Good morning, my beautiful friends. Happy Halloween to you. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves and also to see how much free candy that we can get and or give away. So happy Halloween to you. I see that Pepper made up a special Halloween intro video. How cool she is. Thank you so much, Pepper, for doing that. You are awesome.
You are awesome.
Oh, she says that I'm awesome too. She's making me a beef stew right now, which I'm smelling that beef stew. I'm like, yeah, this is a good way to wake up in the morning. Anyways, happy Halloween to you. The question of the day, what is your favorite Halloween tradition or memory? Let's see what you guys had to say. So first of all, good morning, Josiah, from your bed. Good morning, Lane. Let's see here. Good morning, Dan and Lauren. Good morning, Shauna. Shauna says that she's loving the Halloween intro. That is courtesy of Pepper. Let's see. Dan says favorite Halloween tradition is pumpkin carving, complete with seed and gook throwing. Everything a mess. I like it. Sean says, "Hey, ride behind a tractor with all my cousins to trick or treat. That's super cool." I never really did much celebrating of Halloween when I was a kid. I grew up in a fairly fundamentalist Christian household, and so consequently, Halloween just wasn't something that we celebrated. But that being said, like while we didn't celebrate it, my parents would still get candy to the kids. Any of the neighborhood kids who came by would my parents would have candy for them. They weren't, but we didn't really celebrate it. I remember that the local Christian college did something called the Fall Festival, and they had lots of different fall themed activities. So while we didn't celebrate Halloween, it sure was fun to do the Fall Festival, including such things as hay rides and hay rides and pumpkin carving and eating a whole bunch of fall treats like apple cider and things like that, which was a whole heck of a lot of fun. I would look up to it was called the Fall Fair, is what it was called, and I would look forward to the Fall Fair I would look forward to the Fall Fair every year. And what's so interesting is going back over to that college. I kind of swung through there the last time that I was at home. I made a quick I just made a quick swing through there just to kind of see how it had changed. Back when I was there, it was called Philadelphia College of Bible. It was a fairly small private Bible college. Nowadays, it's called Cairn University, and it is huge. And I remember just kind of like going back to the place that the fall fair was, and yeah, and when I did that, just realizing the hay fields that we used to go through are now dormitories. The places that we used to go and carve pumpkins are now parking lots. I don't know if they're still doing the fall fair anymore, but I do know that I do know that the places that it used to be a fall fair are now completely different. So, anyways, thank you, my pepper. But anyway, yeah. But so happy Halloween to you. I have a lot of different memories of fall, and I was actually thinking about it when I was growing up. What is your favorite season? Is one of the common questions kids are asked, and adults too. But my mom's favorite season was always fall, and nowadays, in North Georgia, fall is definitely one of my absolute favorite seasons. The leaves are changing, the weather is perfect, and it just feels like there's a crispness in the air. It feels really nice. All right. So, anyways, happy Halloween to all you guys. Thank you so much for your fall memories. Lauren says, I didn't really celebrate as well, but always enjoyed decorating my yard with pumpkins, fall leaves, and mums. So, all right, guys. So let's have some fun today. Let's pull a card off the top of the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card, and we are going to respond out loud together. I am that affirmation. As we do this, we are building into our own lives. We are switching up our own experiences, and most importantly, just giving ourselves the ammunition that we need today in order to really make it through. So let's have some fun. Pull a card and say that today I am industrious. I am industrious. I dedicate my time and resources effectively. So I am industrious. I dedicate my time and resources effectively. Are you industrious? You are industrious. You dedicate your time and resources effectively. I'm going to write that down in the chat. I love how she put some pumpkins on there. Even the card is Halloween themed today. But I am industrious. I dedicate my time and resources effectively. All right, so I am industrious today. You are as well. And I actually have a fairly busy day ahead of me today. I have lots of stuff to do, not the least of which is just resetting the house. Pepper and I are going to reset the entire house today, taking out everything that is not conducive to raising a child and deciding, is it getting donated? Is it going into storage? Is it going into is this something that's going to be useful for a future house? Is this something that's just not going to fit into our life for the next 18 years? We have a fairly large job ahead of us today, but in the end, we are going to dedicate our time and resources effectively. She's already up early making a beef stew so that we'll have something delicious to eat earlier on, or a little bit later on today. And I've already made a plan for exactly how I'm going to move forward with all this stuff. So pretty excited about it. But anyway, I am industrious today. You are industrious too. And we're going to dedicate our time and resources effectively. It really is about dedication too. It is about just deciding what we're going to do and doing it, and recognizing that the time itself is a resource. Everybody has 24 hours. All of us do in a day, and some people get a heck of a lot more done in their 24 hours than others. And what's the difference? I think the difference is focus. I think the difference is that some people are more focused, and some people are better able to really double down on the stuff that is that they are good at, and delegate the things that they're not good at. When it comes right down to it, I know that I'm going to be lifting the heavy stuff and moving it around, and Pepper is going to be sorting out baby clothes. If I tried to sort the baby clothes and she tried to sort the heavy stuff, we would not get nearly as much done. But we have so many baby clothes. We have so many onesies and socks and diapers and stuff like that. That if I were to start sorting it, I would have to learn a bunch of skills about how to dress a baby before I even started to get good at it. And if Pepper was tasked with moving the heavy stuff around, then she would get tired too quickly, and we wouldn't really accomplish nearly as much as we could. We're going to divide the labor up in logical ways, and we're going to knock it out. We're going to accomplish it. And in doing so, we're going to dedicate our time and our resources effectively. Time is a resource. Energy is a resource. There are other resources too, like money is a resource. And so as we do this fairly large job today, we are indeed dedicating our time and our resources effectively. We are deciding what needs to be done. We're casting a vision. And we did this last night. We talked about what we were going to do today last night. We cast a vision. We say, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is why we're going to do it. This is our intended outcome. And then we'll get up and get to work. And that is literally what I'm going to do as soon as I get done off the wake up call. I'm going to start getting to work, and I'm going to start preparing the place so that when Pepper starts on her work, she has a spot that she can do it in. So I am industrious today. You are industrious as well, and we dedicate our time and our resources effectively. Wonder what you guys are going to do today. But think about it as you go through your day. There's stuff that you desire to do. There are things that are important to you, and so how are you going to dedicate your time today? What kind of priorities are you going to put on the stuff? I used to write to-do lists, and I love lists. Lists just help me stay organized. But I never really liked the concept of a to-do list because I would find that I was just constantly rewriting the same stuff on the to-do list, and I would do all the stuff that wasn't important, and then the really, really important things would just kind of fall by the wayside. I just wouldn't do those things. And when I really got down to it, I realized that the reason I wasn't doing the most important stuff on my list was because there were a few reasons, but the number one was that the stuff on my list was just was too big. The project was too big. That the thing to do was too big. And so so when I start to come up with stuff that are too big, I just break it into smaller chunks, smaller pieces, more doable things. And when I find that I'm not doing something on my to-do list, I what I'll do is I'll just break that thing into something smaller, more manageable. And so I'm sure that as I go through my day today, that my big project is going to need to be broken into smaller projects in order for me to really accomplish them. And so I am industrious today. You are as well, and we are going to dedicate our time and our resources effectively. We're going to get stuff done, and I know that the more stuff that we get done, and the more that we design our lifestyle so that it's conducive to really being supportive of our dreams and our goals, the better that we're going to end up being as human beings. So I am industrious. You are as well. Let's dedicate our time and our resources effectively today. I'm going to talk to you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. We're going to be back with another one of these cards. Until then, I want to say thank you so much for being here. I love you. I care about you. I think that you are awesome, and I will talk to you. Yeah, I'll talk to you again on tomorrow at 9 a.m. Hey Pepper, did you make an outro video or just an intro video?
Just the intro today.
Just an intro. All right. Well, I'll pick a different outro video. All right, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, I love you. I care about you. I think that you're awesome, and I will I will speak with you tomorrow. And have a great rest of your day. Until we meet again, aloha from paradise.